Good morning, colleagues. This is Mr. Granlund here, and I'm going to take you through some more tips and techniques inside of Schoology. I'm going to show you how to do rubric grading. Inside of Schoology, there's two basic ways that you can create rubrics and use them in your classes. First off, when you're creating assignments, you're going to have the option to create a rubric right there. Obviously, you can tell that I'm working from school right now. But when you create a rubric, you can do it inside of your assignment creation process. So I'm going to go to the edit on this assignment that I've created. And in here, that says, I'm going to create my summative category here. And under scale and rubric, I can click on this and I can create a new rubric. Now I've loaded in rubrics that I made in my resources and loaded them up here. But let's say I wanted to create a new rubric. I can click on Create New. And I can type in descriptions and number values and add criteria and even add learning objectives to this in my rubric. So let's say I wanted to add a criteria for, their studio or their camera work. All I did was click the criteria button, type in my title, and then if I wanted to add descriptions or further descriptions for each of their rubric areas, I could do that. Once I'm done, I can click Create. Now the point values update automatically. So whatever the highest point value, it automatically adds it up. And I'll show you real quick another way to create a rubric. The way that I like to do this is to go to my resources and create all my rubrics that I use for all my classes. So in my resources, I've created folders, and in those folders I have all my rubrics and all my assessments. I like to create my rubrics here because it's sometimes easier to load them in from one place and just kind of have them organized in one place. So I'm going to add a new rubric. So I'm going to click Add Resources, and right here, Add Rubric. And now I can title this whatever title I want to give to this rubric. I can change point values by adding in different numbers and different values for everything. It doesn't make sense to have two excellent, so maybe I make one a very good. It would be even better if I added more descriptive language to help students understand what it means when I mark a particular rubric. Add your criteria. If you want to learn, add learning objectives, you can go to Add Learning Objectives, and you can actually find the standards that are associated with our specific state. And academic standards, and you can find right down to the exact benchmark that you want to create, that you're assessing in here. You don't have to do that by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a neat way to kind of correlate everything that you do with state standards and have it built into your online environment. Just one of those neat techniques. Lastly, I'm going to show you what it looks like to grade with a rubric. So when students are submitting things in your class, you're going to have a list of reminders that show up on the right side here. And these are going to be different assignments that they've turned in. I'm going to click on my gradebook. And I'm going to go to an assignment that I have assessed. So I could click on this link here. When I go to grade it, can click on my rubric. I can click on these different values and it automatically adds up. It automatically adds up the values in the bottom right hand corner. And then I can just simply click next, click on the rubric, assess the next one, so on and so forth. Well, that should get you started with the gradebook view or the rubrics, and I wish you the best of luck, colleagues.